Hello guys, welcome back to this C++ video tutorial. Now in our previous video we were able to know what functions are, we were able to know what formal parameters are, how we can use formal parameters in our function, and how we can invoke it inside our main function for it to work for us. Now in this tutorial we are going to talk about functions that uses two or more parameters. Now in the previous tutorial we were able to use only one parameter, but in this tutorial we are going to learn how we can use a lot of parameters or multiple parameters. So quickly let me create another function, and who is WhatsApping me? Let me check. That is Junior Kingsley. Okay, so let me create a function. I'll use void and I'll call it dice. Now I'll give it a body like so, and in this function, in the parameter list, I'm going to create two variables. This is because I'm creating a program that will tell us the age of our pet cat, I mean our cat, which is our pet, and the health status of our pet. Okay, so I will put in two variables. The first one, data type is double, I will call it age. The second one, data type is string, and I will call this status, like so. Now inside the body of my function, I'm going to print out two statements. The first one is, I will say something like, as I did in the previous tutorial, the cat is, then the age of the cat, like so. Of course I should end line, and what I'll do next is I'll copy these ones and repost. So I'll paste these ones again, and I'll change this to the cat is, and I'll change this place to status, like so. I should add something here. I'll say years old, and I need this to work it out. Okay, so that is okay. So now I have a function. The name of the function is dice. I have two parameters in the parameter list. The first one is age, which uses the double as a data type, and the second one is status, which uses string as a data type. Now what this function is doing is printing out the age of a cat and the status of the cat. In this circumstance is the health status of that cat. So I will step into my main function where my program will start executing. I love the main function, and what I'll do is I'll call my function by name and the parameter as well. But remember, as we did in the 9th or 10th tutorial, when I run this program I have an error, and I know if you watched the previous tutorial you know why we have this error, because we have two formal parameters or two parameters in the parameter list, and therefore we should work on that also. So remember, the first is the age, the second is the status. So that's how we are going to arrange them inside over here. So I will put 10 for age, then the health status will be, let me say my cat is sick for now, so the cat is sick, like so. So when I run this program, this is going to be a placeholder for this. I mean the age is a placeholder for this. That is the correct way to explain that. Then the word sick over here, this is also the placeholder for that. And as you know, it's printing the cat is the age, and you know that is the age, which is 10 over here. Then the cat is the status, and as you know, the status is also over here, like so, as in sick. So let me go ahead, build and run, and as we see on the screen, the cat is 10 years old, the cat is sick. Okay, so that's how we can use multiple parameters for our program. Now I have some time left. Let me go ahead, build another program, and this program, what is going to do is we are going to use this program for calculation. Now I'm building this program because I want to show you that we can use a lot of parameters. We are not only limited to 2. Okay, we can use 3 parameters, 10 parameters and more. So quickly, this time around we are going to perform a simple calculation. So I will use double as a data type. That means we can return something, and as usual dice will be the name, and I'll declare 3 variables. Okay, the first one is num1, and I will separate it with a comma, and I will declare another, and you have to bring the double again because sometimes you can use another data type, okay, like string, like I just did in the program I built some minutes ago. Now I will call this num2, and I will separate with a comma. Don't forget that. I will call this num3, like so. Okay, so this is a function with 3 parameters, and I'll give it a body like so. Now what I'm about to do is I'm about to perform a simple calculation. Okay, I'm going to multiply 3 numbers over here, so I'll declare another variable for that operation. I'll call it answer, and that equals number 1 multiplies number 2, and that will subtract, or let me multiply again, num3, like so. It's num3, not bam3, so I'll change that to num3. Okay, so after this, then I need to return the answer. Okay, I'll return the answer like this, and now I'll go inside my main function and I will see out my function name, which is dice, then the parameters. Now I'll keep 2 for num1, 3 for num2, which is 6, and another 2 for the last num, which is num3. So what this is going to do is this num1 is a placeholder for the 2, this num2 is a placeholder for the 3, and num3 here is a placeholder for 2 over here. So as I'm multiplying num1, num2, num3, these numbers are going to multiply and it's going to print out the answer. Okay, so let me build and run this program. If I've got no errors, it's going to run for me. Okay, so that is it. I have no errors. As you see, I have 12 being printed out on the screen. This is because 2 multiplies 3 and 6 multiplies 2. So that is it for function that uses multiple parameters. You can use as much as parameters as you want depending on the type of program you are building. And I think that is it for this tutorial. Don't forget to meet me in my next tutorial. Bye.